Hello and welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host, Griffinstein. This is the podcast about how you view yourself and checking yourself on different things that come in. It's really just a question and answer that you ask yourself and decide on how you're going to deal with certain people and yourself, in general. And I think this week's question, or this month's question, that I asked myself the most was, keeping going when you don't have the energy. When you don't have the energy, but you're trying to do what you got to do because you see it's people in need, it's stuff going on, and you want to help, or and not to the point of breaking yourself, but I'll give you a theme. So lately I've been going to the Rich City Rise. They have it's called the Tuesday Black Men's Tea Talk. It's at 6 o'clock. It's in the gallery behind the actual bookstore. Behind the actual bike shop. And it's at 6 o'clock. It's every Tuesday. And we go there and we talk about, it's really just men talking about stuff. No cameras, no anything. You talking to, other men, getting stuff off your chest and all of that. And just to have, just people around you that listening and cares about what you're saying, or, pretended to at the time, but, these are really strangers. So you trying to, just like me, I'm a stranger to everybody that's probably listening to this, but, it's a good thing to have somebody to lean on, and I have that, and it's not that I don't have that or anything like that. It's just it gets heavy at times, when you doing certain things. So anyway, it was a good. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. I'll tell you the story about it, but it ain't nothing. I went to Cobiz the other day, and then somebody was in there and they did something to the lights, and I think they did something to the green screen. So I took all my time that I was supposed to record my show in Cobiz, and I recorded it, and I didn't record it. I was fixing the green screen or getting it back to where it could hold up, and then that was my time in there. So I had to be somewhere else. I just didn't expect everything to be, somebody was careless in there. And so I'm in my garage, that's why I got the Death Row background where it looked like I'm all in black, and it probably looked very sinister. Actually, it looked like a kidnapping tape. But anyway, I'm at home. So if you hear something, that's what you hear. Where do you get energy from when you're depleted? Now, I've talked to a couple people. In fact, Christina at Cobiz has I don't want to say it wrong, but it's a CBD rose box where it has all of these things. I ordered 3 of them. So it's a CBD kit. It has rose flavored bubble bath, actually blunt stuff in there, and a bunch of aromatherapy. And she does a playlist. So, if you can check her out on Instagram, it's Self-Help Queen on Instagram, and you can buy one of those rose boxes. I think they're $55. So, just that's one way to recharge. I saw Love Yada B was at a ladies retreat where they did like a spa day, and I think that'll help. And Wesley from Cobiz also told me just get away for 2 days. Like the last time I've been out of state was when I went, which is a story, and I can switch to the art of storytelling, but it's not that good of a story. But I flew my stinking ass all the way. I fucking got a car off of an auction, a truck. Actually, this truck right here I'm sitting next to, and it was 2017 is when I got this truck, and it had a blown gasket, so it could only go 10 miles an hour. So I'm driving from Portland to Richmond with at 10 miles an hour. It took me 16 hours. Started at 6, I didn't get home till probably 8, so it probably was longer. It was long. It was a long trip, and it very stressful, very stressful. It was rough. It was rough because I thought it was gonna cut off the whole time. I just didn't know. So, and you know, that's part of the adventure that you do when you go do stuff. So anyway, that didn't help me. That didn't help me at all. But I have a nice truck that I haven't even touched since 2017 because it frustrated me so much. But I need to get that fixed because I'm trying to switch out the whole lifestyle that I'm doing now. Get rid of the Cadillac, get rid of all of this stuff, all these bills and all of this other stuff, and just try to live closer to zero as I can as far as outputting bills and stuff. We was talking at that men's tea talk, and we was talking about cooperative economics and, you know, maybe even coming together and buying like 200 acres of land somewhere, and then everybody just, you know, I don't want to say a commune because I don't know well, I'll say a commune or a co-op where, you know, if I have my little 20 acres, 50 acres or whatever, you know, I can still share those 50 with somebody and live on my 5 or my 11, and then somebody else can come and live on the rest, or, you know, as we see fit. But that's my major aim, and I'm gonna show pictures of my broccoli and my Swiss chard, and I don't know, this strawberry is doing something. It's already red, but it's not big, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I've been fighting a war with slugs the whole time, and, you know, anyway, it's all good. But that's what I was trying to get to as far as my you know, the gardening and all of that. It's just trying to get back to zero. We got a lot of toys and a lot of stuff that we do, and we don't really have to do it. It's stuff that we think we have to do, but it's gonna become a time where we're not even gonna really need that stuff. We meaning, you know, the people that I'm with, and we trying to put stuff together. So, but I tell you what though, I really like my bike. I'm gonna have to show a picture of it one day, but yeah, I really like my bike though. So I'm getting to be I don't know what they call it, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but yeah, because it's not a biker, but it's a cyclist. I'm a cyclist now. Finders Keepers movie is done. It's in the can. They sugar cane and got the cover together. We're trying to do a premiere at Kobe's, if the price is right. June the 3rd or the 2nd, whatever that Saturday is. We're trying to do a thing that weekend. Red carpet. What we're trying to do is it's going to a couple film festivals, so that's good. And what's going to happen is I think it's going to a streaming distributor. So it goes to a distributor that will get it to stream on all of these different things like Tubi and this, that, and the third. So, and I think they're already trying to start. I think Contact already wrote the next movie. I don't know if I'm gonna be part of it yet, but we'll see how it works out. But it looks good for you know, the Bay right now as far as what we trying to do, because we are trying to do something that people, you know, that wasn't done or wasn't done consistently in our area. So we trying to bridge that gap and get some stuff done. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Cause my thing now is I shifted what I was doing with Dark Network over just for like 6 or 7 months, maybe 9 months, maybe until November. But I just bought a new computer, computer. It's gonna get the character animator. I have a problem. I just tell you, I have a problem with subscriptions, and Adobe went to subscriptions, and that bothered me a lot. So, but they have this program where I can animate. I can do the little animation that I wanted to do, 2 series I wanted to do, and the stand-up. I got I think a old dude talking shit on the stage, animated. I want to make that into a show. So I'm gonna try to get all of that stuff started, albums, and I still gotta record gospel. I was messing up, and I just didn't want to repeat of the Requiem. When I did the Requiem, it was I'm still embarrassed. But a shout out to Breeze for remixing it. I still haven't listened to it, so I'm going to re-upload. Going to be mixed from a dude out of Russia called Breeze the Flamethrower. It's going to be hot. I have to listen to the tracks, and he's going to master them, and then you can re-up. That's the thing with DistroKid. You can, if it's an error in the music or something, you can just re-upload it, but you got to re-upload. I don't think you just do one. I think you have to do the whole thing. So I have to make sure the names are exactly the same so that nothing is bypassed in there. But I'm looking forward to he did a version of The Burden that's so raw that it's crazy. So I want to shoot a video of that also. So that'll feature Genius Funk group. They all did a verse on there, so that's the collaboration between Genius Funk and Griffinstein, Burden, and Boss Tootie, which that's Renaissance's daughter, 8-year-old Boss Tootie. That's her rapping debut. So check that out if you can. Well, you can check it out because you can the version you can, if you listen right now, the version you hearing, you won't be able to hear it anymore because that's the version I mixed, and I'm horrible at mixing, so it doesn't sound that good. But it will. And I got to put a book out this year, so that's the other thing. I was just gonna throw something out real quick, because on Facebook I do like a not a monologue, but I do like a saying every morning, and I think I got 365 of them, so I could put 1, 2, 3, 4 on each page, get it edited, for size and everything, and just throw that book out and just call that the Dark Unlearn or something. I just want to put something out this year. The Eileen book is still good. It's just, I really wanted to finish it. So the way I sent it to the editor, she said, oh, add some more adjectives and do this and do that. But I came to the end of it where it's just, I'll just tell you, it's the door slamming, and then that's when all the fuckery happens with this little girl. So, but in my mind, once I did that, I was like, this is a perfect segue, as a part 2 to go, why is this stuff happening to this family? So that's how movies go. So I want to finish that before I turn 50, which is January 2024. So I have a year, but I don't want to take a year. I want to get Eileen done because I have at least 3 more books. I don't know. It's a funny thing when people will say something and you be like, oh yeah, he's an author. You be like, oh, he's an author. And you can sit back and put your pinky up and be like, yes, I'm an author. I'm a published author. Yeah. But I want everybody to be able to, I want to learn the ins and outs of a publishing house. And I know it's different than a record label because it just has to be. But I would like to be able to be like Dark House Publishing, where we have that way so everybody can get published. There's a lot of voices. The Sharice. Oh, Sharice, she's gonna put something together. Tiffany for sure. I think Najari even wants to do a book. So I just would like to help people that's trying to do better, to do better. And these things are not unattainable. That's what's crazy is people, you think all these things are like like out of your league or out of your reach. But if you know, I think I posted that. It's like all of these things you think out of your reach is very attainable if you just believe. And if you focus on that one thing, then shit, you'll exponentially you'll be able to do it. I'm gonna tell you, I already said it before, is that when you work a job, I wake up, I'm crisp, but I waste all that crispness on. I waste all that crispness on my job. So, you know, all my best problem solving skills and all of my best, when I gotta talk to difficult customers and all of that, I do it for a company that, you know, they pay me well, but, you know, I could be doing it for myself and shit, at least paving the way for somebody else. So that's, you know, that's all that is. I can do the art of storytelling. It ain't very funny, but I tell you, it's crazy. So I do they call bike parties. I do bike parties now. I just started like a month ago, and I went to the San Jose bike party. And it's at night, and there's a lot of people smoking and drinking, but we meet at a certain place, we ride out, everybody got their lights on, there's music going, blocking streets and all of that. So when I bought the bike, you know, I'm older, so now I feel like, oh, I can't fall, I'm falling. So I'm wearing, anytime I ride my bike, I'm wearing my motorcycle pants. They like tactile pants where if you fall, it's armor on the legs and the hips, so that, you know, something happened, and it's some special material where if you fall, it won't get to your skin, it'll just tear up the jeans. And I got a coat that does the same thing, I look like a Batman with a hoodie. So I do all these things to make sure I don't fall, or when I fall, or if I fall, and worried about falling, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So anyway, San Jose, this little dude is hitting wheelies, every time. I don't know, I'm not sure why he kept coming near me. So I would slow down, cross over, and here he just, I'm like, why me? I'm like, I'm the only black dude here, why? And anyway, the nigga fell in front of me. Now, I had two choices. I squeezed my brake, and it didn't do shit. It didn't do shit. I wasn't even going that fast, so I do have to. That's one thing thank you for reminding. I have to do my brakes. I didn't do nothing. Now I could have he was already rolling, so he was right there. If I'd have went toward his head, I would not have fallen. But I would have hurt him badly. But I would have been able to whip and then put my foot down on this side. Now, it was less shit this way, but his bike was that way. So I hit his bike and I just flipped over like that. Like I just went, boom. But I never let go of my bike. I never let go of my bike. I never came off my bike. So I just went boom and fell to the side, and then I got up. I just got up on the bike. So what I'm saying is, I just checked to make sure he was all right, because he was a kid. I think he was like 14. So he shouldn't even have been out at night. But anyway, we ain't gonna go into that. We just gonna talk about the lesson part. So basically, there's two ways you can look at it. I planned to fall. I did not get hurt. I did not get hurt at all. I had the whatchamacall, and I had everything. I hit, I bounced, I popped up, and I wasn't hurt because I planned to fall. Now, planning to fall ain't the same as planning to fail. It's just having a plan. If this goes, failing is a learning experience. I learned from that. Like if dudes start hitting wheelies around you, stop. I'll just stop because they're gonna fall. So that's the lesson. So falling ain't failing. So my story, the gist of my story is, I planned for that eventuality, for me to come off my wheels. I planned that. I planned for it. I didn't plan it, I planned for it. and I didn't get hurt. I landed on this shoulder. I slid a little bit. That shirt is not no worse for wear. I popped up. I just wasn't hurt. Everything that I hit was good, and I popped up. I wasn't too happy with him, but I wasn't mad. Truthfully, I wasn't mad because I wasn't hurt. If I was hurt, I probably, I would have overreacted, but I wasn't hurt. And I'm gonna keep saying that because that's the thing we always worry about. We worry in life, we worry about the fall. We worry about the bad things that's gonna happen when truthfully, I was down and back up before most people even knew I was down. Like they was looking at the dude because he was hurt. Because the pedal dug into his leg, he flipped twice, and I think he hit his head, but he had long hair, so hopefully it wasn't that bad. He wasn't bleeding from what I saw. But I checked his bike out and I checked his wrist out because that's what I saw him slide on it. And I'm not saying that he didn't plan he didn't plan on falling because he didn't have a helmet on, he didn't have nothing on. So he's a child, so I'm not gonna go into it. But he learned too. He learned also. He learned to not to willy like that. And that's my point. My point is, don't not do something because you're scared to fall. If you learn from the fall and you get up quick enough, if you plan for the fall, you can get up quicker and most people won't even know it. It'll almost look like you did it, on purpose or something. So that's the gist of that, is the art of storytelling. It wasn't funny, except that I fell at 48 on a bike, and it wasn't even my fault. You try to be a good person, but nigga made me fall. That's what bothered me, and to this day I can't get over it. But anyway, so yeah, Okar still in the building. I'd like to give a shout out to Sincere, Levette, Yada B, Raven, Shamari, Zaylon, and Nita Nee. We're gonna try to do something for Juneteenth. We're pre-Juneteenth for the fathers. We trying to, if y'all need help, volunteers to do something, call us at Okar. Hit us on Dark Network. Get in touch with us. We're available. GRIFFINSTEIN at itsthedark.com, ITSTHEDARK.com. It's all good. We're trying to help as many people as we can help. Music is going good. Gospel, like I said, I messed up and didn't record the way I was supposed to record. Now I'm trying to redo not the album, but just certain hooks on it because they can be more hookier. And I got to get better at writing hooks. And after, like I said before, like the Requiem, it just hurt my soul when that came out and I heard it. I was like, I can't even listen to this. People don't even know it probably even came out because I never even put it on nothing. I never even did anything with it. But like I said, Breeze took care of that. So that'll be up within the next couple months. So I want to give shouts out to everybody. Also, the men's talk is Tuesday. The women's talk is Wednesday. So if any women want to go to the women's talk, it's Wednesday at 6 p.m. It's by Maria. Maria is running it. They're going to do a lot of stuff, and then they're going to do a crossover event where everybody meet one day, one Wednesday and one Tuesday, so that everybody, men and women, can meet and talk it out. Cooperative economics and just people starting stuff. I think these table meetings that they're having at the Rich City Gallery will spark the next Richmond, Oakland, I'm even gonna say Vallejo Renaissance, because there's a lot of Oakland dudes stopping by, and in general, Oakland dudes don't like Richmond, as the saying goes, but it's a bigger problem out here, so everybody has to hook up. So yeah, man, doing grown man shit. I got a lot of stuff I'm excited about, like the animation I'm really excited about. Because I can say what I want to say, and nobody can say, oh, that's not correct. Hey, it's comedy. I can say what I want to say. So, because for you, and I don't know how I can do this, but I can do an Indian voice very good. And I would do it here, but I'm not gonna do it because that'd be the snippet somebody pull out and be like. So I don't want to do it too much but I can do it pretty good. Anyway, that has been your episode of How Do You View You? If you have any questions, hit me on PODCAST podcast at itsthedark.com. ITSDTHEDARK. Excuse the background. I know it looks a little ominous, but I don't know how it's gonna look eventually. And I gotta start making this for people to just listen. I gotta remember that people. So for the people that's not watching this on YouTube, Dark Network under How Do You View You on YouTube, Dark Network 24/7. I'm in my garage and it may be echoey, but I'm sitting on a black faux leather chair with black on black, with a black shirt, with a black undershirt, with a black background, and I turned all the lights off except for my one light, and it probably look a little spooky, but that's what I do. I do a little bit at a time and see what I do and then see how it works. And I tell you another thing, my computer is messing up. It won't upgrade to the new system, so it always cuts off when I'm doing stuff. So that's kind of going to hamstring me a little bit. And I've been looking at ways to fix it, but I just bought a new computer. I just went and bought, and it's purple. It's an iMac. It's the 24-inch iMac. So when you have a business, you got to be able to do business. I'm gonna branch out and start doing photos. I think that's what the book is gonna be. I always do this. I always say bye and then talk more, and then people cut it off and be like, "Well, you said." So I gotta end it when I say end it. So this has been your episode of How Do You View You, Creepy Edition. Stay tuned. If you need some motivation, if you need some help, call the vet. She's still doing her stuff. Peace.